Good morning, everybody. Ian here, and I'm working on the power windows in my 1967 Nova. I have a kit by the folks at Nu-Relics, and I just wanted to kind of share with everybody how all of this kit goes together inside of the door. I found it to be a pretty daunting task trying to figure out how everything goes in, and assembles inside the door where you can't really see it. And so since I haven't done the opposite side of the car yet, I just want to kind of show you guys how it goes together and give you some tips, to help you all along the way. So here's the very first thing you've got, okay? This channel right here, let me pull that off the glass. You can see I've already media blasted, powder coated it, and then I also glued some of this new felt tape. I'm not sure exactly what you call that stuff, but it's like a window felt that you glue into place, and your window runs inside of that channel. So the first thing you're going to do is install one of those into the door, just as you see right there, and there's a little bit of adjustment down here where you can sit there and kind of lean it this way or that way. You've got to have that thing in the door first. The next thing you do is install the actual window into the car. One of the things I want to tell you now, I did choose to media blast and powder coat these channels here. I went with gloss because everything is just really, really smooth when you go with gloss, and I naturally wanted those rollers to just slide back and forth very, very easily, and you'd never see it anyways, so I glossed it. But one of the things I want to share with you, be careful getting these things off of there. You cannot buy those. If you lose or you break those, you have to buy that entire channel all the way through here, and it's not cheap. So I actually ended up gluing mine back in place because they were cracking. The stuff had gotten quite brittle, so I used some of that same rubber glue that I glued the channel right there into place. I used some of that same rubber glue to hold these things on there, and chose not to rivet them back into place just because, frankly, they are rather brittle. So here's the deal trying to get this thing into the car, okay? This is a two-man job. Don't even attempt this with one person. What you're going to do is you're going to take your regulator assembly that you see right there. You're going to have one person hold it inside of the door and kick it up at an angle. Another person is then going to take your piece of glass here and bring it down into the door at an angle so that at the end of the day, you can get that roller there and that roller there inside of that channel. Once you get those two pieces connected inside the door, you're basically just going to slide everything down inside the door, and then you're going to install those 4 bolts that you see right there, right here, and at that point, your window is in the door. The next thing you've got to do is take this little piece right here. It's another channel, and it connects to that roller right there, just like that. And that piece goes inside of the door. You're going to put that in and slide it through there and connect it to that roller once your window is already in the door. At this point, it's time to put your vent window into place. I have another video where I talk about rebuilding that vent window assembly. I'll put a link to that in the end of this video, but it actually goes in after the window here. This goes in after this. So you're going to slide this entire assembly down into place. You'll notice here that I have this frame piece, which I have powder coated again. It's wrapped in blue tape, and then I have this in like purple tape. You're going to separate these two pieces. The purple piece goes into the door next, and then once you get this into place, then the blue piece comes in and slides down in there. You are never going to get those two pieces to go in as one, so just be aware to separate those two, and your order is 1, 2, 3. Last up are your bump stops. So this is your lower bump stop. It installs into your door right there, just keeps the thing from going down too far. And then you have your upper bump stop, this little booger right here, which you can see that after I powder coated it, I plastic dipped it. Just, you pick that stuff up at Home Depot. It was previously covered in some sort of rubber on the end there, but it just wasn't in good shape. So I chose to do about a half a dozen dips of plastic dip and plastic coat. I'm not sure what you call it, but you guys will find it at Home Depot. And anyways, it installs right there. I did make sure that as I was powder coating this, that I would kind of move it this way, powder coat here, move it up that way, and then powder coat it that way, being careful at the end of the day that that little piece, in fact, can slide and it doesn't get locked into place by my powder coating. It installs just like that, and that little booger basically just travels right up here and then stops right here at a piece of metal that you can't really see right there that keeps it from going too high up. So that's pretty much it. I will put a video, a link to another video in the end of this video where we talk about the rear regulators that you can see I've put right there. I have got a video where I showed you how that stuff goes together before I put the quarter panel on the car so that you could see that. Hopefully that'll help you out as well. So let me move this stuff out of the way and then I'll demonstrate it. All right, I got everything out of the way. Notice I'm just using some dirty old socks to keep these things protected here while I'm building the car, because I don't want to get a bunch of scratches all over my my nice little buttons right there. But anyways, here we go. Let's see. Wrong direction. Beautiful. And that's all there is to it. Pretty simple. I'll go ahead and show it going down as well. Until it hits the stop. There we go. Here you go, guys. Nu-Relics power windows. I'm going to put a link down below to their website. The guy who owns and operates that company, his name is Dusty, and I really have a lot to say about that guy's customer service. He is really good about answering my questions and being thorough. I find that a lot of the suppliers that I buy parts from for this car are just, you know, not as helpful, not as professional, so I'm really appreciative of Dusty's help making this car and trying to get everything set up. So that's why I'm making this video, in appreciation for all the help. So link below in the description. Follow along, like, subscribe, all of that if you want to make sure you don't miss my future videos. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks.